when you finally got to work with Tyler, like what was it like working with him, and maybe like some things you may have learned from him?
The thing I worked about with Tyler is the fact of just I learned. I mean, you learn so much with him because he's such a well layered, well versed individual, a well versed man. He's tries to be in and out as much as he can. He doesn't like wasting time. But at the same time, even being efficient the way he is, he's still such a great cheerleader for his actors.
Image is everything, and I will kill to protect it.
You go down, we all go down.
Yes, so this is your boy Kevin Bourne, also known as KB, the Boss for Shifter, and today we're here with Julian Horton. He's one of the stars of Tyler Perry's latest series, Beauty in Black, which premiered at #1 on Netflix. Huge accomplishment. Thank you so much, Julian, for sitting down with us.
And thanks for having me, brother.
No problem, no problem. Now, obviously, we are going to talk about this series, but I kind of want to go back a little bit to get some of your origin story. Like, how did you first get into acting? Like, what lit that spark for you to want to be an actor?
Well, the thing is, ever since I was young, brother, I've always known that I kind of wanted to do three things, and that was sports, music, or acting. So, by the grace of God, I was able to play sports for 17 years playing football. I played other sports too, in basketball in high school, but I took it pretty far in football. Time is undefeated, and, things come to an end sometimes. So once football had ended, I kind of had a decision to make. I could either do like a corporate job and just, allow what, life was giving me, or I could do something that I really wanted to do, which was acting or music. So after football had ended, and this is like around 2014, 2015, I kind of jumped into music, with production. Now I was producing the whole time while I was in college too. They had a studio up there. They had made like this little office for, producers and people that had talent for producing. So they created a music studio at the University of Arkansas. So I was producing while I was playing football. But while football had ended, I was taking music pretty serious with my brother. We'd made some songs here and there. But after some time, bro, it just wasn't sustainable because it was so like hard to get everyone on the same page. I mean, you got the engineer, the producer, the artist, the songwriters, everybody trying to get on the same page, and we was broke. So at the end of the day, we couldn't even produce and convey the music we wanted to really do because we didn't have the funds for it. So you got people working regular jobs and trying to like have 5 hours for a studio session, then someone doesn't show up, and it just wasn't sustainable. And, things happen personally. And I finally just came to the conclusion that I got to do the acting thing, and it took me a while to really accept that because I wanted to do football. I wanted to do music, but I always knew the third option was the acting thing. And, it took me a while to finally start it because procrastination and being stagnant and doubt and projection from other people and the fear that people like imposed on me because like, who the hell do you think you are? You're going to go from football to acting. I mean, not knowing really where to start, and that kind of halted me in my tracks. And it took me 2 years to really just even to make the full finalized decision to want to do acting. I've always loved it. I loved the craft since I was a kid. My cousin, he's Donald Faison, played in Scrubs. Remember the Titans. We've always had like an entertainment family. I've made plays when I was in high school. I've won awards for acting, but it's something that was kind of like on the back burner because I guess the fear in your mind is kind of saying like, yeah, I don't know how to get in Hollywood. So you just try to find any kind of excuse to like really alter their path and not really go full throttle into the craft like that. You'll tell yourself, I'm gonna start it next week, or I'm gonna do this, whatever, whatever. I'll do this, whatever. But I think life got so bad for me, not bad, but just kind of hit rock bottom in a way that it was really the only option I really had to really like, if I wanted to live a life that was really fulfilled and really gave me fulfillment and really gave me purpose the way I thought it ought to be, I knew I had to really make that decision and really jump into it full throttle. So after like that decision I made to jump into it, I really got into acting class. I got into background work. I started doing, I did really everything that I needed to do to like build a foundation to really get my career going. I got an actor's access, backstage, done everything I really needed to do to gain a foundation and really start submitting myself for smaller roles and things of that nature. And that's how it kind of really started, bro. And then at the end of the day, by the grace of God, things continuously built up, smaller roles, another role, another role, another role, another role, another role. And now, we on Netflix now. So it took a while to finally really officially start But we started, and we're here now.
It's interesting you mentioned rock bottom because I saw a quote from Mike Tyson today. He was talking about like rock bottom being a blessing in a
It
sense.
is. It is.
Like you agree with that statement?
I do definitely, because I think God is where rock bottom is. And
Mm,
that's what I really think, and I believe that, because I think when you think that everything is just bleak and you're depressed and you have anxiety about life and there's really no way to turn, there's God. And I think that sometimes he needs you to hit rock bottom so you can really reconfigure your mind and redirect your focus on the things that he really wants you to do. And
mm,
then you hit rock bottom, you ain't got no other option. What you gonna do? Continue to procrastinate and BS your way through life? Nah, I couldn't accept that no more. So at the end of the day, rock bottom is where God is, and at the end of the day, now the only direction is to go up.
mm.
And as time is gone, as patience has happened, and as faith has occurred in my life, it's gone up for sure.
Mhm. So talk about like how you got this role. Like what was the process like of just whether it's like auditions and everything like that, and just like the feeling when you got that call that said, okay, the part is yours.
But it was actually a grueling process to get this role. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it started kind of like in February. Um, Actors Access, they have all the breakdowns and things of that nature. This breakdown came across my agent's desk. It was called Beauty in Black, Tyler Perry's first Netflix drama.
Mm,
So I saw that. I was like, what? Tyler Perry is having a Netflix show? What the hell? I'm like, damn. Because I already knew he had the movies with the Mia Copas, and he had that other one. He had the other one. What was that called? Say some Grace movie. A Fall from Grace. That's what it was.
okay.
He had that. He had a couple of movies that he was already done, and
Jazzman's Blues.
Jasmine Blues. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one too. So he had those already done, but he hadn't had a series yet. Tyler's been blessing us with series on BET Plus and Amazon Prime and all these other avenues, but he's never had a Netflix series. And it's crazy, bro, because I had already made my intention to really do Netflix, period, the past couple of years, because I saw how pivotal and how much exposure obviously Netflix can give you. I mean, I had a movie called National Champions I did in 2021, had great actors in it, hit theaters, bombed. Hit
Mm,
Netflix, everyone was talking about it. So, and it hit Netflix like 2 years later. And I had already told people about it. You'll see it in theaters, go to AMC, go to Regal, go support, go. At the end of the day, we get a couple of people go. But then at the end of the day, it hit Netflix 2 years later. And then I get the most messages, the most videos, people tagging me on social media of me and the movie. So it was crazy to me because I'm like, damn. So really, everyone is really just a product of convenience now, especially after pandemic. So in my head, I was like, yo, pray to God about it, made my intention. Like, I just want to really do Netflix, or if it's a box office billionaire box office hit, that's the things I want to do. And obviously other things also, whatever can come, any good role I will accept. But I was really being intent on Netflix. So the thing about it, when I seen this Tyler Perry thing happen, a show, and then when I saw the breakdown of the characters of what they wanted me to audition for, I was like, yo, I said, I gotta have this, because Roy, I kind of always have a little intuition of the roles that sometimes I'm going to get. You get a lot of roles coming at you, and got a lot of breakdowns coming. Hey, we want you to play this. We want you to play this. But there's some roles that come to you that's like, nigga, that's too perfect. And that sounds like me for real. Because it was like 30s, black, asshole, wild card. He does this, he does that. And it was like really describing things that I have done in my past, that characters that I've played, and things that I've done in my past, things I'm not proud of that I've done. But it's like, yo, I can bring those memories back up in this character. So when I saw the breakdown for Roy, I was like, yo, I gotta get this part right here. So they gave me the audition, brother, and I still think to this day it's my best audition I ever gave,
mm,
an audition and self tape. Took me like 5 to 7 takes to really, really nail it. But when I say I really I put my all in every audition. But sometimes you get auditions like, yeah, man, I'm putting, hey, take that. I'm gonna accept that. This one, I really just every fiber of energy that God has given me, I put it in that audition, and I did it. And then 3 to 4 days later, Kim Coleman had hit me up. So we loved the audition. hit my agent up and said, we want Julian to come to LA for in-person audition. So mind you, that self-tape, that call that I got from Kim Coleman to my agent was like on a Friday. They said, we're going to fly him out to LA on a Thursday. So I was like, I bet. So, regular schedule program, working out, going over the script again, getting prepared for getting ready for Thursday because I got to go out there and we're going to go in person in front of Tyler. And I've done it before with other shows he's done, but just getting more prepared because I know this is Netflix, this is the big dogs, and I got to be prepared for this role. So it's about Wednesday now, the next week. Thursday's coming up, so I'm about to go to LA the next day. But the thing about it, no one has hit me up about anything. My agent hasn't hit me up with any flight details. No one has told me anything about the goddamn flight or any trip that I'm about to take. So I'm like, bro, it's Thursday tomorrow. Y'all say y'all need me there. Why has no one hit me up? So I hit my agent. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he said, unfortunately, Julian, they've gone in a different direction. I said, all right, bet. I mean, yeah, I'm used to that. I mean, it's the part of the game. You hear a lot more no's and you hear yeses in this industry. This is almost my 9th year, 10th year. I'm almost been in this business for a decade now. So obviously you hear a million no's. So you're used to that. So I'm like, bet, we're going to keep it pushing next time. Even though I was like, damn, I really wanted that one, but we're going to get the next one for sure. Out of the blue, a week and a half later, my agent hits me back up with a text from Kim Coleman. Julian's back on board. We need Julian back on board. Blah, 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 whatever. I forgot the terminology that they like exactly used, but he was like, we need him. Is he available? Whatever. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm back in the running. Everyone's like, my manager, my agent, yo, we back in the running. So we back in the running. So a manager and agent, they tell me that, so they're trying to move quickly with this process. They'll know in a day or two if they want to go with you or not. That's a Monday. Tuesday happens, nothing. Wednesday happens, nothing. Thursday happens, nothing. Friday, nothing. Saturday, ain't shit. Sunday, nothing. Monday, nothing again. So a week goes by, nothing happened. I'm like, dang. So they kind of gave me, a little bit of blue balls. I didn't get this part again. So okay, bad. They're gonna keep on giving me this anxiety and okay, it's cool. Whatever. It's part of the game. So then I had texted my manager. I literally give him just like a heartfelt just message like, yo, because I know he was dealing with business. Obviously, he deals with the business side of things. And my agent, I texted them and I said, hey, bro, we're gonna get the next one. Hey, we're gonna stay, focused. We're gonna stay prayed up. We're going to have faith. We're going to get the next one, whatever. And then like 4 days later, my manager hit me up and he had hit me up about some other audition another Netflix show that he wanted me to audition for. And I was like, I bet I got you. Don't worry about it. He had hit me up around 11 o'clock in the morning. So I said, I got you. I'm going to audition for it. I got you. Lo and behold, like 7 o'clock at night, he hit me back up, and I'm thinking he's calling me again. So I'm thinking he's like calling me about this audition that I hadn't done yet because I hadn't got to it yet. So I'm like, so I gotta ignore the calls. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get to it, bro. But then he texts me. He said, bro, like an important phone call. I think you're gonna want to hear this. So I called right back quick. Bam. So I said, what's up? He said, brother, I have my manager. His name is James, and then I have an agent. His name is Rod. So he's like, so whenever he has like some kind of good news, he always says he has Rod on the phone. So James is my manager, Rod's my agent. So James is like, brother, I have Rod on the phone. He has something to tell you. So I'm like, nigga, what? What do you have to tell me, bro? Because you already know they got me. They've been doing this for like 2 to 3 weeks now, almost a month. And he calls me. He said, Julian, brother, I'm not trying to give you any promises. I'm not trying to get your hopes up this yet, but I've been in contact with Kim Coleman. And they love you at TP. They love you at TP Studios. Right now, the only thing they're really just like trying to figure out, they got to go to the Netflix lawyers, see if everything is okay. And, we might really be real close to booking this thing. So I'm like, bro, don't call me unless the thing is booked. Do not keep on getting my hopes up. Back and forth, my anxiety, my mind, my spirit, my soul, my brain. I can't take it no more. It's like, just give me the answer, yes or no, because this is crazy. So time went on, brother. I know this kind of a long story. I'm sorry to be so long-winded, but time went on. And I guess I was at the gym around like it was like 9:30. And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I was praying. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I'll be honest, I try not to overthink about when it comes down to a part like this, but it's kind of hard not to because the mind is strong and you're that close to it. And I'm trying my best to meditate and breathe. Like, bro, just let God handle it. Do your workout. Just walk and run. Don't worry about it. Whatever happens, happens. But I couldn't stop. I was like, bro, come on, man. I need this part. I need this part. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. So having music on, my earphones on, playing music, and then poof, the music stopped. So now I'm thinking, oh, and I hear dun 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 dun. It's the ringtone going off my phone. So I'm like, it better not be my mom. It better not be my dad because they be calling me sometimes a lot. So I'm like, please let it be my manager. Take my phone out. It's my manager. So I'm like, oh shit. Oh, here we go. I answered the phone. I said, what's up? It's great news when my manager says Tina's on the phone. She's the head of the agency. So when she's on the phone, that means some deals is happening. He's like, Julian, I have Tina and Rod on the phone. And Tina's, I'm like, oh shit, here it comes. And then Tina was like, Julian, I have to tell you, congratulations, you got the part. And then she finally got the part, bro.
Yes.
Like a tour and walked like 3 miles and praised God the whole time and was just full of gratitude and just really, really appreciative. And just, yeah, bro, that's kind of how it all went down. No, it's kind of long, but I'll be telling stories, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
No, I think there's so much lessons that
yeah,
I think people could learn about, because sometimes you want that like you want responses right now, the whole thing of like delay and all that kind of stuff. Delay is not denial. So I think
homie.
there's so much stuff in there to like unpack. But so what was it like when you finally got to work with Tyler? Like what was it like working with him and maybe like some things you may have learned from him?
The thing I worked about with Tyler is the fact of just I learned. I mean, you learn so much with him because he's such a well layered, well versed individual, a well versed man that has really taken on the responsibility and really has taken full advantage of the privileges and the position that God has given him.
Mm,
So at the end of the day, man, getting to work with him was just a blessing. And what I learned is that he's the most efficient and most get it done director that I've ever worked with. He's obviously has the resources to get a lot of things done, but it doesn't even matter how many resources you have. He still wants to be efficient with everything he does. Doesn't even matter. He has multiple cameras working at once. He's tries to be in and out as much as he can. He doesn't like wasting time. But at the same time, even being efficient the way he is, he's still such a great cheerleader for his actors, still a great cheerleader for the production and everyone that works around him. He creates a foundation that makes it comfortable and it gives people confidence to work for him because he first of all, he leads it with faith. He leads it
mm,
with God. He leads it with prayer. He allows everyone to gain camaraderie and gain chemistry because his foundation is so strong at his core. So that spreads to everyone that works for him. That's why everyone is excited to go to work for him because it's not a disruptive place. It's not a chaotic place. It can get messy sometimes because there's so many moving parts, but that just comes with filmmaking. You know what I'm saying? But him as a creator, him as a director, him as an individual, him as a human being, it was just an honor to work for him and a privilege to work with him because like I said, he's such a cheerleader and he gives you the confidence to make even bolder choices that you didn't even think you were going to make because of some of the things he might say to you, like, yo, you're killing that, da, 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 you're doing it, da, da, da. And he'll give you just so much confidence because he cheerleads, You have some directors that won't say anything to you after you do some scenes. I've been with directors that are like really just to the business and boom, 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 we're expecting you to do your work. We expect you to do this, blah, 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 boom. Come on, do your scene and get it out of here type stuff. And you might have killed it. And everyone might have think you killed it, but you might not hear nothing from them. And so it was refreshing to hear Tyler Perry, one of the biggest moguls in Hollywood, the man who's gotten so much praise and acclaim and riches and all these things, be so hospitable still and let everyone feel like family still. And that creates camaraderie that is unmatched and priceless. And you see it in the show. People say whatever about the show, but the show is very good and it's very layered with the foundation of love because we had love on set and that came from Tyler and started
Mhm.
from
Yeah, yeah. And hopefully the first of many projects with Tyler for you, hopefully.
facts,
Uh,
facts.
Um, so when it comes to the actual, like you mentioned, you talk about the character, you use the word asshole. And I was kind of like, when I was thinking about the character, I'm like, that's the word that comes to my mind to describe him. And I was like, I don't want to call him that. But then when you said it, so I was like, okay, cool. Well, that's what it is. But for how was it like how did you prepare for this role? Like where did you draw from to portray this character?
I think we all live life, and I think we all come from backgrounds in certain situations that sometimes are hard. I lived a life that has been up and down in many ways. I've seen glory and I've seen hell. I've seen greatness and I've felt despair. So I think a lot of things I've gone through in my life, sometimes introduce some dark parts of your spirit and soul, and you can't lash out these dark parts because we were human beings. We live in a civilized society. But when you get to act them out and you hold on to things so long and it's in there in your spirit sometimes, they're just there. On other, press events, I've told people I kind of look at it like a drawer, or just a drawer or a freaking cabinet or something like that, where you open it up, you take the clothes you're gonna wear for the day, like we dress, and you put it on, and then after they say cut and you're going home, you put it back.
Mm,
That's how I kind of feel with this character. Like when they say action and when preparing for it, I use the things I've gone through, the darkness and the despair and the pain that I've had to endure in certain seasons of my life, and the frustration. You just use it for that span of time where they say action till they say cut. Because really, like even talking to me, bro, I'm a goofy dude. I like to have fun. I
mm,
don't take myself too serious. I'm animated. I like to have a good time. I'm a positive guy. I'm a high frequency guy, but don't let it fool anybody out there. It's just like I've been through some stuff, just like everyone has, man. This life ain't easy for anybody. This life is it's tough, and it's supposed to be tough. God said it ain't gonna be easy, so you're gonna go through trials and tribulations and ups and downs. But it's like I use that darkness and I put it in the character, and just preparing for it as well. It's like I prepare my butt off by just walking miles, 5 miles a day. Even after getting on set, I'll walk 5 miles a day with the script. And I memorize things better by walking. And it's
mm,
actually scientifically done. By walking, you actually get to retain information faster and more efficiently because the blood is flowing even more in your brain. Blood is flowing through your body and you're moving. So you're able to get the waves of the character more while you walk, and you're going over things and you finding different little pockets and different ways of hitting this character and finding different little sayings and ad libs that you might want to add. And I was doing that every night to get prepared for it. So take the darkness and all the craziness that I've gone through, plus the preparation just as an actor for this role. That's how I got prepared for it. And I wanted to make him as layered as possible. I wanted to make him as well versed as possible. I wanted to make him not just one noted, because I think that would have been kind of boring. So I wanted to give him some animation. I wanted to give him some slyness, some stupidity, a little bit, some wittiness to make him just like, this guy's an asshole when he's with Kimmy, and he's a villain. He's a damn dick with her. But he's kind of funny and kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a drink with the dude if like he said he wanted to have a drink. And that's how I am kind of in real life. I mean, obviously in real life I'm way more positive, but that's kind of how it is. I wanted to give him that. And some people didn't like it. Some people, oh, he's doing too much. He's doing too much. But it's like I still wanted to give the people something to talk about instead of just being yeah, I'm just mad. I'm mad. Come here, girl. Like, and then like I wanted also to create that banter with Crystal, and because she was an a-hole in behind the scenes. So it's just I created a fun character because I'm a fun guy. So I wanted him to be fun. And yeah, that's why I wanted to get to character. So I prepared the way I did, and then I just wanted to give him some light and some love as well as the darkness to make this guy just a universally relatable guy, because everyone goes through darkness and light.
mhm. So you're not like those method actors that took Roy home and stuff. You were like talking to people crazy at the gas station and
Nah, exactly. Nah, I was not doing none of that. Because bro, it was so crazy because people were like people would ask me because they've seen some of the things when I'm talking to Kimmy crazy, like take your clothes off and doing
Yeah.
some shit like that, or like so who's got the power? Stuff like that. People will say, yo, so how did you like get out of that when you like they killed cut? I'm like, bro, I was joking right back. Like I'm joking, like, I'm back to like being me. Let's joke, let's have fun. And that's what I don't take it like to the point where I'm at, yeah, like you said, I'm not at home like talking crazy to my family, like, yeah, what y'all gonna do about that? I'm not I'm not doing that. I'm on the game, I'm chilling, I'm playing around and being funny and making people laugh. And then when it's time, okay, Julian, we need you. And that's okay, it's time to get it. It's just like kind of like how I prepare for sports and stuff. It's like leave it there, leave work at work, and leave, personal life and the fun at home.
And that's not least before we go. Like, just what were your thoughts when the show hit #1 on Netflix? Like, what was that feeling for you? And did you feel when you were shooting it that it was something that could, reach that level?
Brother, I ain't gonna lie to you. When it came out, it was such a great feeling. But as some people know, it came out and debuted at #2.
Okay.
And usually when you have shows that, because it was talked about a lot, and I think Tyler did such a great job promoting it. It was everywhere, Times Square, LA, every billboard you can think of. He was promoting the hell out of it. So I knew, and being that it was Tyler's first Netflix series, being that he has a niche fan base, being that he's such a conglomerate in this entertainment industry, I knew that it was going to do numbers. I knew that it was going to be big. But when it hit #2, I was like, damn. Because usually when a show that's like big like that and is anticipated like that, it usually automatically goes #1. And you get an Outer Banks, you get a Stranger Things, you get an Ozark, you get a Monsters with Delisle, Eric Menendez story. These things go #1 quickly. So when it started at #2, I was like, I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't pissed. I mean, I was happy, but I guess my OCD was like, bro, to get this close to #1 as an actor, you gotta take yourself. I'm be selfish a little bit. I think every cast member from the show felt this way. It's like you that close, it's right. Like if we gonna start, might as well start at #7 or something. To be #2 is like, oh, we almost at #1. So Friday went, brother. #2 still. Again, I check it all the time. Like, I mean, #1 yet. Saturday comes, #2 still. I'm like, damn. And this is Zodiac thing, and I'm like, man. And I know America loves its killers and the crime things because we obsessed with that. Every crime doc or anything that's like a crazy case that happened back in the day, it's like, yeah, we watching that because America has a kind of an obsession with that. But I remember going out having a good time with my friends that night, Saturday night, and I remember coming back home, going to sleep, whatever. And one of my friends had called me on that Sunday morning. He called, and I was just out with him like 6 hours ago. So I'm like, why is he calling me this early? What does he want? So finally I answered the phone, like, brother, what's up? Like, y'all hit #1. I know. Like, he going crazy on the phone. Like, bro, y'all, I'm like, you lying. He's like, bro, I'm not lying. Y'all are #1. So I get my phone out quickly, go on my Netflix app, and lo and behold, at #1 is Beauty in Black. I turn my Xbox on. I go on my big screen to see if it ain't no dang fluke. Lo and behold, right then and there is my face and Crystal's face, #1. And then next thing you know, it kind of spread like wildfire. Tyler had posted it. Thank you for the fans. Y'all make my, whatever. You went #1 again. And then everyone in the cast we have this group chat on WhatsApp, an amazing group chat that we have. Everyone's talking about it. It was just a great moment, man. It was such a great moment because as an actor, I've been almost a decade in this game. To have this though, like under your belt, is such a thing I'm grateful for. I can't really put it into words because I've been, like I said, I've been through a lot in my life and seen a lot and done a lot, and I've had people try to say this about me and say this, but it's like as an actor, as someone who kind of this was kind of like third plan in my life, plan C, and to have a #1 under the belt of mine as an actor, it was just really like a dream come true, brother. To be #1 on Netflix, and especially what I said, when I saw National Champions, I put my intention and prayed about it, and just to have it that happened like in a year or two, that I was on. It's kind of mind-boggling. But it's like I said, I'll be praising God all the time. I'm not scared to talk about him because I know it's him. And at the end of the day, I was just full of gratitude, and I'm still full of gratitude because we didn't go. We went #1 in the U.S. and then after that first week, and then the next week we went #1 in the world, and that was a feat within itself to know that we went #1 in the whole universe, the whole world. We went #1. We had #1 TV show. No one could take that away from us, and it's just an amazing feat and an amazing accomplishment that I'm always going to be grateful for. Like I knew, brother. And to answer the second part, like I said, I knew it was going to go crazy, but I still can't. I don't know if I can really predict how crazy it was going to go because it's gone pretty crazy, brother.
Mhm.
Like I ain't gonna lie to you, just the reception it's had on the fans and just social media and on the internet, good, bad, whatever you want
Are
to
you
talk
are you
about
are
it,
you are you getting people like just at the grocery store recognizing you and stuff like, hey, Roy?
bro. It has been crazy, and it's like every time I kind of go out, it's like I didn't even think it was going to be like that. I thought because you're not used to because the thing about Netflix being on the number one show, it's different from like it just goes from it's like night and day difference. It's like one day no one knows you, now you're known. It's like, yo, Roy, go to the airport, check my bag in. What's up, Roy? I'm like, okay, what's up, man? How you doing? And then it's like dudes on the plane next to me, yo, man, I love your show, bro. And go to New York, Slim Chickens, yo, I know you, bro. Yo. It's like random spots. And we in New York City too. I was in New York City with Angela Yee's podcast, and it's just it's just crazy, bro. You go out to lounge, especially in Atlanta, like the Black Mecca, and obviously, some because where are you located?
Toronto.
He's Toronto, yeah. But like being in Atlanta, it's like the Black Mecca. So you go to any place outside or any lounge or any place, just like with the culture there. Oh yeah, it's people come up to me, you look familiar. I don't know you. I'm like, nah, you don't know me. Like, what? No, I do know you from somewhere. Where? I'm like, you might have watched, I don't know, you might watch a TV show called No, that's what it is, Beauty and Black. And it's just like it's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it's awesome because the attention is cool, the notoriety is cool, but it's really more appreciative to God and to myself and to Tyler that the work is being seen. The work is being recognized. The recognition is from things that I wanted to do. I did it my way. I didn't do it on another way that I didn't feel comfortable doing. I didn't do it some things that someone told me to do. It was like I want to act. I want to be on Netflix, and I was intentional for my goals. And now people get to see the work. So that's what I'm most proud of out of this whole thing.
Mhm. Awesome. And before we go, anything you have coming up that you just want to kind of tell us about that you can tell us about?
Right now, bro, really just writing my own things. Speaking of Toronto, I don't know if you got a connection with Drizzy Drake out there in Toronto, but I wrote a film not too long ago before this thing even was released and done. I had a film that I worked on. It's a psychological thriller, a
Mhm.
short film, but I need Drake for it. I need Drake. I
Okay.
need Drake for it. And the thing about it is, like, I could have got it done, but I'm not doing it until I get Drake. And it's I only need it for a small little part. So it's
Okay.
like I got that coming up, man, and just I got to I'm just trying to get a hold of him and get in contact with his team. We obviously got part two of Beauty and Black coming next spring. I got this other show called Tough Love Atlanta that's on YouTube right now, something that I did at the beginning of the year. But yeah, that's really it right now, man. We auditioning, we working, we trying to continuously just being humble, be prayed up, and stay like full of gratitude as more auditions and more opportunities keep coming our way.
Awesome. Well, I'm definitely inspired by this. I'm going to rewatch this myself because this is
Yeah.
definitely inspirational to hear your journey because a lot of people can relate, to the
Yes.
journey. So once again, Julian Horton, one of the stars of Beauty and Black. Thanks so much for your time, man.
Hey man, thank you so much. God bless you, brother.